final weeks are elapsing before what many are describing as one of the most consequential election days in American history. Tuesday, November 5th, is the historic occasion, and the League of Women Voters reminds us that democracy is not a spectator sport. Massachusetts makes it easy to make sure your vote gets included. You have until October 26th to register for the general election, and you have until October 29th to request a mail-in ballot. In-person early voting is available every day at Town Hall from October 29th through November 1st. So vote. It's our right and our duty.
Michael, for better or worse, there's been a lot of talk about election security this time around. Here in Falmouth, elections are overseen by Town Clerk Michael Palmer, and he's doing his best to make sure people get it straight. Our elections are reliable. Right. During town elections back in May, he explained to FCTV how the early voting and voting by mail process works. Let's replay that short clip now.
Early voting in person and early voting by mail have really changed the complexity of running elections, and it's quite a process. You used to go in, you used to take the ballot, put it through the ballot box, and now there's an application. The application has to be processed, and we have to mail you a ballot, you have to mail it back to us, and then we have to take it out of the envelope, and then we have to record it, and then we have to come here and take them out of the envelope and then put them through our high-speed tabulator, which stores the results until election night. We don't have access to that data until election night.
So there are some extra steps when it comes to making sure everyone has access to the vote. But Michael Palmer says that does not compromise the process. The Falmouth League of Women Voters invited him and an election expert to a recent event to answer questions about our local election process. Here's a short excerpt of that event.
The other equipment that is new in the last 10 years, this is, and everyone's voted recently, this is a poll pad. And rather than have paper in and out books, we were able to load all the database with all the election files onto these poll pads. They don't capture any vote. All they do is hold the database of registered voters in the town of Falmouth. And we use this to check people off as they come into each polling place. What this allows us to do is, in real time, it won't allow anybody to vote twice. Likewise, with early voting, we're using these to check in the early voting ballots. That gets updated every single night in our on the poll pads, but in our state computer system, and then the poll pads are updated every single day. So if someone comes in on Tuesday, they can't come in on Friday and try to vote again, because the poll pad's going to say you already have voted. I've got a lot of questions about automatic voter registration. That's when you go to the registry of motor vehicles, and they're saying illegal aliens are getting driver's license and they're automatically voted. They're automatically being registered to vote. That is far from the truth. So when you go to the registry of motor vehicles to update your license, you must provide the RMV with either a passport, a U.S. birth certificate, or U.S. naturalization papers, and if you don't, you will not be registered to vote. I believe that all the election results in the town of Falmouth have accurately reflected the will and the intent of the voters of Falmouth.